Okay, and welcome to part 2 of 2.4, angle of elevation, angle of depression. Angle of elevation is the horizon, so you're looking straight out, and your eye, then you just, look up into the sky or whatever. So you're at eye level, get your little blue eye here, eye level, and you look up from the horizon. Angle of depression is that you're looking at eye level and then you look down. Okay, these are both important ideas to remember. You're basically are forming a 90-degree angle by looking straight out, and then angle of elevation, you'll go up from that 90 degrees, and angle of depression, you'll go down from the 90 degrees. Okay, both the angle of elevation and the angle of depression are measured between the line of sight and a horizontal line. So it's basically if you start by looking straight out and you look up, you get an angle of elevation because you went from the horizon up. And an angle of depression is you're looking straight out and then you look down. Okay, so we only have 2 problems, so this is going to be a very, very quick video for you guys. However, this is moving us into the next section, which is nothing but word problems. Okay, so solve each problem involving an angle of elevation or depression. So, cloud ceiling. The U.S. Weather Bureau defines a cloud ceiling as the altitude of the lowest clouds that cover more than half the sky. To determine a cloud ceiling, a powerful searchlight projects a circle of light vertically on the bottom of the cloud. An observer sights the circle of light in the crosshairs of a tube called a clinometer. A pennant hanging vertically from the tube and resting on a protractor gives the angle of elevation. So on this problem, find the cloud ceiling if the searchlight is located 1,000 feet from the observer and the angle of elevation is 30 degrees as measured with a clinometer at eye height of 6 feet. Assume 3 significant digits. So we have our picture. Here's our picture of our person looking through the clinometer, 30-degree angle. Here's our searchlight, and they're asking for the ceiling. So on this one here, since we're not using the hypotenuse, here's our hypotenuse, but we're not using it, we get to go straight to tangent. So tangent of 30 degrees equals opposite, which is going to be x, over adjacent, which is 1,000. So from the person, this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. Multiply both sides by 1,000, and you get 1,000. Tangent of 30 equals x. So x would equal 577.35. Now, we have to keep in mind that this is from the eye level of the person looking. So we have to add another 6 feet for the cloud ceiling, which gives us 583. Now, I do need to point out, they told us to assume 3 significant digits. So our answer is going to be straight out 583 feet. Now, I am going to throw this out there. Word problems deserve word answers. Keep in mind, some of you guys will have those jobs where you have to present and you can't just go, the answer is 583. They'll be going, well, what was the question? So just answer the question with the question. So our question was, find the cloud ceiling. So the cloud ceiling is 583 feet. So now you didn't just say, oh, the answer is 583 feet, and then everybody's going, what was the question? You stated the question and the answer. Okay. Unlike the problems that we did the day before, where you're going through the whole triangle, we're only looking for something specific in these ones. So this is going to go a little bit faster. Next problem. So this one here, Distance from the ground to the top of a building. The angle of depression from the top of a building to the point on the ground is 32 degrees, 30 minutes. How far is the point on the ground from the top of the building? The building is 252 meters. Again, you should be looking at this going 3 significant digits. Okay, so on this one, here's our building. We have a 32 degrees, 30 minutes angle of depression. The height is 252, and we want to know how far from the point to the top of the building is it. Now, here's something I want to point out to you, is that we can assume that the ground and this horizontal line up here are parallel, which makes this a transversal, which makes this angle here also 32 degrees, 30 minutes. Now, for those of you guys going, what? Here's what happened. Alternate interior angles. So now we can go, oh, here's my triangle. Now you could, close in your triangle over here and got everything as well. So this time I am looking for the hypotenuse, so I'm not using tangent. Here's my angle. This is the side opposite. So I'm going to use sine. So sine of 32 degrees, 30 minutes equals 252 over x. So we can do the quick cross multiply. So x sine of 32 degrees, 30 minutes equals 252, and divide by sine. So x equals 252 divided by sine of 32 degrees, 30 minutes. And that gives us a value of 469.01. But since we're doing those 3 significant digits, we're going to drop the decimal. Now up here, the question, how far is the point on the ground from the top of the building? The point on the ground is 469 meters from the top of the building. And then we have it, our answer in words. So this point on the ground is 469 meters from the point on top of the building. There you guys go. And I believe this is all that this one has, very, very short one. And we look on the back going, there's all of our homework. It would not have shown on the first video. It's on the webpage, so all good. All right, good luck. Play with a couple of those word problems.